Yo, welcome back to another episode of the High Value Agent Podcast, where we inspire people to create a better life through real estate. And I'm going to share with you today the formula that's going to help you close 8 deals per month. Okay. Now, understand, I got to preface with this. This is not a microwavable strategy. It's going to take 90 days. And then after that, you building the habits in those 90 days for you to now be consistent doing this. All right. And the beauty in following this type of formula or this type of plan is you're going to be able to generate so much momentum in your business to where you won't need to invest as much hours daily. And again, you got to give it time. So let me be careful on this. Listen to me closely. If you do this consistently for the remainder of the year, you will build up enough momentum to where if you were to take a 1 week break or go on vacation, you will come back from that and still have full momentum. Okay. So if you're wanting to do 8 deals a month and based on your market and your price point, determine how much income you can literally earn in a year by closing 8 deals a month, and it feels like you're only doing 2 deals a month by following a process, could that help you? And if your answer is yes, I want you to pay attention. So we're going to first start with the mindset. 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. Number 1, am I seeing growth currently in my business? Am I seeing growth currently in my business? If it's a no, okay, write it down. I want you to write it down. If it's a yes, I want you to write down why it is a yes. As a matter of fact, if it's a no, write down why you think it's a no, why you're not seeing growth in your business. Second question, am I executing on what I have learned up to this point? Am I executing learned up to this point? And then the third question is, am I doing it consistently? Am I doing it consistently? This episode, when I break down the strategy, those 3 questions need to be yeses for this to work. Okay. Because the growth isn't going to be based on the result. The growth is going to be based on, did you execute on your plan? Did you execute on the process that day? So with that being said, let's get into it. First things first, building a business that generates 8 closings a month is going to be based on your activity, your consistency, and then your skill level. Okay. Keep in mind, your activity and your consistency is going to help create your skills. You don't build skills without taking the action and taking that action consistently. So when it comes to the activity, what is the activity? If you've listened to a podcast episode before mine, you've heard this before. Wealth generation. Wealth generation is prospecting. Who are we talking to every single day? And I'm not, listen, when I say prospecting, I mean getting on the phone or door knocking or doing open houses, whatever it may be, to where you're having conversations with new people. Now, I recommend per day, you should be doing that at least an hour a day, talking to new people. It could be leads you generated. It could be circle prospecting. It could be for sub owners, could be expireds, internet leads, SOI, past clients, open houses, networking events. I don't care. But who are you talking to and building a new relationship with? 1 hour a day is what is required if you want to have a business that does 8+ deals per month. Okay. That is a priority. You are never too busy to generate new business. Never too busy. Okay. The best decision you can make in your business today and every day moving forward is learning to love wealth generation. Because when you learn to love the game, you then become unstoppable. When you can overcome the pain of talking to strangers, if you can overcome the laziness, if you can yes, I said it, if you can overcome the fear of rejection, you will be unstoppable. You will be unstoppable. So you got to talk to people every single day. New people for 1 hour, and then I want you to contribute another hour to following up with people you've already spoken to. People that have intention to buy or sell in the future, or your past clients or your SOI. I want you to uh, time block 1 hour a day to nurture relationships and maintain relationships. So now we're talking again 1 hour of talking to new people, and then 1 hour of maintaining the relationships with people you already know. That's it, right? For that part. Okay. So that's step one. We talked about two being consistency. The only way you're going to be consistent is if you look at this, you take it serious, and you put it in your schedule or your calendar, and you execute on it. So that is your boss. When we get into real estate, we don't have a boss, and we can kind of do what we want. If you can treat your schedule as your boss, and you have your schedule dialed in, and your activities are in your schedule, and you follow that schedule, you're going to be more consistent. There's no way you're going to lack consistency. Now, could you have days where you get a little behind, or things get a little wacky? Absolutely. That's going to happen a lot. But if you can execute 80% of the time, you're going to be top 10, top 5, top 1% in your market, period. Because your competition aren't following no plan, no schedule. They're just freestyling the day, and they're in reaction mode literally 24/7. This is called being proactive, which creates consistency, which then creates you being more taking more action more often, which then creates the life that you want to live, right? And then a third one, excuse me, the third one being skills. Skills. Skills is the multiplier. Skills is the way for you to become more efficient. Remember when I talked about, what if you could close 8 deals a month? For a lot of us, that would change our entire life. 8 deals per month. But what if you could do that and it felt like you were working half the time? You felt like you were closing 2 deals, but you're actually closing 8, right? What if you could do that? Well, skills are going to be that for you. So, my first year in real estate, I wasn't very skilled, but I was extremely obsessed with building my skill set, the skill set of, really mastering the real estate conversations and knowing what to say and being confident in my dialogues and being confident in my presentations, right? And I mean, when I say I was obsessed, I would literally record my role plays, whether it's my presentation or me role playing a script. I would record it and I would listen to it for probably 2 to 3 hours a day. And I would literally go to bed with my headphones in my ear, and I would just listen to these scripts being played over and over. And it's just me doing a presentation or me doing a script. I mean, my wife hated it. Oh my God. Every time we would get in the truck to go to dinner or go somewhere, guess what comes on the through the speakers? My phone connects to the truck and then plays, and guess what's being played? It's me practicing my presentation. And oh my gosh, she did it drove her crazy. And it's beautiful now because she looks back and she's like, thank God you did that. I understand now, right? So for you, Or for kind of going back to my story, my first year I did 31 deals, and I wasn't that skilled. I was just, I mean, I know hard work, right? But a couple years later, I was doing almost 60 deals a year. Like with by my third year, I was doing 60. And I promise you, it felt like I was doing 15. Why? Simply because my skill set improved drastically. So like it just became super easy for me. So that is the power of the skill set. It's your multiplier. So you could be doing 8 deals a month and it feels like you're just gliding through the month. It's like, oh, this is easy, light work. If you can get these three things down, very simple, not sexy, but simple, your entire business will change. Okay. Your entire business will change. So now the question comes up, what's holding you back? What is holding you back? Like, do you not feel worthy of closing more deals or making more money? Are you afraid of failing, which I think is bullshit? I think people are, they're not afraid of I don't think people are afraid of failing. I think people are afraid of other people knowing that they failed. So like embarrassment maybe. But whatever it is, you got to overcome it and get through it. Okay? You got to overcome it. Your life, I guarantee you, will change if you doubled your income, if you tripled your income, just like that, right? So take this, don't waste any more time. Right now is a critical time in mankind. Over the next 3 to 4 years, there's going to be the biggest transfer of wealth probably ever. And if you do this stuff that I'm talking about, just keeping it simple, you will be a part of that and you will make an impact, a positive impact for your future and your family's future and the people that are around you. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys. Closing 8 deals a month following this formula, this plan. And as you're doing it, okay, let me know how you're doing. Message me, reach out to me on social media, put a comment, leave a comment. Let me know, how's it working for you? And if you're getting stuck, let me know. I'll be able to help you through it. All right. But that is all it takes. Just being consistent, doing activities, being consistent, doing those activities, and then building your skill set along the way. Boom. Just like that, it can change for you. All right, y'all. Y'all be strong out there. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. We're all in this together. Keep pushing. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.